Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the tier 7 German SPG. It's located on the north spawn of mines, and this one is under the command of beatasianoobs. And he's got 1 mark of excellence on the barrel. Game on! Okay, where's he going to sight himself? There's so many options. And he's decided, in fact, he's going to go over to the corner. Now, this is based on the Panther tank. They didn't actually go ahead and make them. Unfortunately, it got to the development stage. Krups were looking at the designs. They actually made models in 1943 and 1944 and showed them to Hitler, but it never got approval, never went into production. Okay, so South Hill, we can see a Panther and an IS-5. Oh, landed that close to the enemy Panther, 278 hit points. Now, it's a 15 centimeter howitzer, and you can see here it's actually capable of 600 alpha. I've noticed my screen's not been maximized. There you go. Let's come back up again. Don't know how that happened. Oh, now he fired and looked away immediately after he fired. But we don't approve of that because, of course, it then denies you the chance to see what actually happened to the shell. Okay, he's now trying for another shot. The standard reload, 25.89 seconds, rounds out. Well, this time round he did stay to watch, and yes, he not only got a penetrating shot, he actually got a fire as well. And that Hellcat really did suffer from that round. He's not out of the game, but he's very, very poorly. Okay, we've got an IS-5 in the background. And he fires at that one instead, gets a direct hit. Nice shot. Pulls back to get out of the way of any incoming shell. And it looks like his teammates are actually firing at that IS-5. So, and there's the Barask. We haven't actually seen that Hellcat since. He has pulled back. He was a lot closer to the water, but we're going for the Barask. Rounds out, looks good. Lands right on the spot where he was aiming. And he's changing position again. Now, the enemy RT in this game is another GW Panther. So we can expect that we'll probably get treated exactly the same as we would when firing at him. But we're aiming over on the corner, the west corner. He's changing his mind. Goes back to the Barask. Guy's got thin armors, which makes him very, very vulnerable. Rounds out. Yes! Nice shot. 248. He's a one shot now. And he's changing position. He's going over to Nigel's spot. Now, this is a spot we discovered something like 7 years ago, actually. And it was much better back then because, of course, there was a little tuft of grass and a little hill that you could actually hide behind and shoot at the enemy in the center of the map. But I think you'll see very shortly how beatasianoobs is able to put some real punishment on the enemy. Well, he's fired one round in. And in fact, actually, rather than going around the corner, which would actually protect him from tanks coming up from the south end of the map, he's actually using or taking advantage of the fact that his teammates have actually pushed south so that he can get south as well. And now he can get really excellent shots on some of the enemy positions, including there's a little enemy sitting in there and that corner at the moment. Rounds out. Oh, we got someone! Somebody was hiding in there, and they just took a direct hit from his howitzer. Now, so I'm not sure if I actually did mention it before, but this howitzer, 15 centimeters, capable of 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 7.2 meters burst radius, and a stun duration of between 9 to 18 seconds or 9.9, so it's nearest damn it 10, but very, very long duration for only a tier 7 Arty. Oh, that Panther's running away as fast as he can because our teammates are starting to get within sight. Oh, almost got him on the move. 28 hit points of stun assist. In fact, he has gone out the game now because he was taken out by the AMX M445, and now we're into a much better position because now we can start laying pressure on the enemy, and they're kind of trapped over the other side of the map, on the east side of the map. He's having a look at all the possible potential enemies. Found one. Ferdinand rounds out, direct hit, and he got stun assist immediately from the Barask. Both shots from the Barask hit the target and took another 700 odd hit points away from him, and we got the stun assist off that one. So, beatasianoobs is having a good game so far. He's going to fire another one in there, I think, but he's looking for that SU-130PM, and there's good reason for doing that. Is that particular tank destroyer does not have a lot of armor. And if we can get a shot anywhere near him, it'll probably badly damage him. There's the Ferdinand. Lines up the shot, rounds out, and yes, it lands at his feet. 141, again, he's stunned, which makes him vulnerable. The SU-130PM on our team's just crept up, but ooh, yeah, that didn't go so well. The Ferdinand reacted and took him out the game. Even so, he's still vulnerable to the Barask, and we've got tanks up on the hill, another Barask up there, who could actually do some damage. So that Ferdinand's going to get caught in a crossfire, and it looks like beatasianoobs is going to be landing rounds on top of him as well. Now we're one down on the enemy, but they just lost one of their teammates, the E25, and the Ferdinand takes more damage. More rounds piling in. It looks like the SU-130, no, not the SU-130, it's an SU-100M1 that's on the island, shooting in that general direction. Rounds out. Yes, more damage, 117. He's now potentially a one-shot. And he goes down to the Barask, and that's more stun assist.
Moving to support your position.
That's good. He's letting them know that he's actually supporting them. And they've got another kill. Looking over on the other side of the battlefield, we've now got that T-103 hiding behind the rock. Lines up his shot, rounds out, looks good. It's a kill. That's his first kill of the game. But he's collected already over 2,000 hit points from that game alone. And now he's looking to try and find the enemy Arty. There's only 4 enemies remaining. They have the advantage. They were one behind. Now they're, well, is it 6 ahead? 8. They've got 8. The other enemy have only got 4 left. So they're 4 ahead. Yes, of course. And now they're 6 ahead. This is getting rather funny. And there's the enemy Arty. Rounds out. Kill shot. Oh! Just missed out. The kill shot goes to the Barask. But there's only one enemy remaining. And he's just gone. And that means they've won. Here's the end of battle results. So that was an ace tanker game from beatasianoobs in the GW Panther, the tier 7 German SPG. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11. And he also got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And that's including the fact that he got a kill in that game. And 1 penetrating shot on the Super Hellcat as well. Let's have a look at the team score and see exactly what he did. Well, the highest damage in the game actually went to the Barask on his team with 3,189 hit points, but he actually helped that Barras to get those kills or get those hits because, of course, he was hitting the same target. 2,798 was the second highest damage. That went to beatasianoobs. And third highest damage in this game went to the other Barras, the one up on the hill. He got 2,641 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, we can see the Barras and the T103 and the M4A45 all managed to get 3 kills. 2 kills went to the other Barras and the LT432, and also to the Ferdinand on the enemy team. And when it came to third place, we can see the beatasianoobs got 1 kill, so did the AMX50 and quite a few members of the enemy team. But when it came to base XP, yep, he's second place again. So second place on damage, second place on base XP. And the top scorer was the Barras, who managed 1,248. But very small amount behind him is, of course, beatasianoobs with 1,225. Followed by that M445, who managed 1,145. And they were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. And the next highest bit after that being the other Barras with 997, just barely almost below. If we look at detail, we can see that he fired 16 rounds, a decent amount of ammunition expended, 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, the Super Hellcat, or in fact, actually it was an ordinary Hellcat, I think. 16 splashes, damage of 2,798, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 80 of the enemy, killed 1, did 1,413 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns. So combined damage was under 5,000, but it was very, what was it, under 5,000? No, it was actually over 5,000. Yeah, it was at 4,000. I'm looking at my figures and saying, yeah, that's over 4,000 actually, but it was a very good score. In fact, it's just over 4,000. But on a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 61,945 credits, and he also picked up 2,450 experience points. So a very, very good game, only lasting 8 minutes, 23 seconds, but he certainly put a lot of work in to get that win. And yes, he did move to get better angles on the enemy. And so few Arty players they stick around the same sort of areas all the time during the game. They don't actually move up or change position to get an advantage. And in this one, beatasianoobs did. And by moving and changing position, he actually enhanced his ability to get shots on the enemy that helped his team and won the game for them. So a very decent game there by beatasianoobs. Thanks very much for sending it in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.